want you guys to take your notes, your notebook out, a pencil, and today we are also going to need a blue and red pen. And you guys will know why once we go through the lesson. I'm going to go through the lesson. It's not going to be too long today because I want to focus on the activity today. So we're going to be talking about registers. So registers, right? It sounds like registro, right? So when we're talking about registers, though, often we think of the cash register, right? We've only talked about one way of a register, right? Today we're going to actually talk about it another way. So we're going to talk about language registers, right? In this case, we're going to be talking about the way formal and informal creates a variation in our language, which is what a register is. So let's go ahead and get started. So today's learning objective, you'll be able to identify and compare the correct place to use informal and formal English. Okay? So by the end of this lesson, this is what you're going to be able to do. But before we get started with the activity, which I know you guys are going to be super excited about, is we're going to talk first about what informal and formal is, right? Formal, right? Formal, right? Cuando se puede decir la gente se viste bien, right? Or cuando hablamos formal, right? It's the same thing. It's sentence frames that have the correct arrangements of words. So writer clearly states what they're trying to tell us, right? So as we're reading or as we're listening, we are clearly knowing what they're trying to tell us. Informal sentence frames might not have the correct arrangements or have abbreviations, but we're still able to understand what they're trying to tell us, right? And I'll make sure that you guys understand what I mean by that. But correct arrangements, right? So sometimes we might flip the words. We might use contractions, right? When we put two words to one, put the apostrophe, right? But I'll go ahead and show you more examples. So when we're talking about formal, right? We're going to see a play tonight, right? You guys know what I'm going to be doing, right? You guys know when I'm going to be doing it, right? So there are about $100 in my bank account. That's another formal register, right? So what is it that I have in my bank account? Where is it, right? It's in my account. So clearly I have a language variation that clearly states what I'm trying to tell you, right? So when we're using formal registers, we usually do it in essays, right? When we're doing ensayos. So, a lot of the ensayos que hacemos, estamos haciéndolo en una manera formal. Hay requisitos que el maestro o maestra espera de nosotros y tenemos que declarar lo que queremos decirle al que está leyendo nuestro ensayo. So, narratives is also important. Important documents, right? You guys are in high school. You guys are about to do applications to colleges, to work, to scholarships. All of those need formal registers. They have to make sure they understand what you're trying to tell whoever's reading what you wrote. Informal is types of registers where language variation might become shorter or change, right? So using the same examples from above, if I'm doing informal register, I do this a lot. I think I talk more like this. Yo hablo más así, más informal, ¿verdad? A veces. So we're gonna go see the play tonight, right? so I use the contraction we are, right? So we are gonna go see the play tonight. Gonna instead of going to. Very and pretty informal. The other one, there's about $100 in my bank account, right? Or $100 in my bank account, right? Tengo un billete de 100 en mi cuenta del banco, right? So, very, very different ways of variation, right? Another way that you could use it is, there's about $100 in my bank account, but you're still using that contraction, right? So there's many ways, but you still understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? Even though it's very informal. Informal addresses, right? When we use ST instead of street, that's totally okay, especially again when we're doing important documents, when they ask for the address, right? La ubicación donde vivimos, we want to use street most times. Lyrics, so because of that, this is what I want you guys to keep an eye out for our activity. And then the conversation with our friends, right? Yo hablo medio or un poco informal con mis amigos. We all do it, right? Con mis amigos, con mis familiares. Pero a veces tengo que saber también cuándo debo hablar formal, right? I have to know when to write or when to speak formal. So again, just reviewing, right? And I want you guys to write this down. Can you registers going from informal to informal or formal to informal? Depends on the environment, right? Environment we're talking about. You need to understand when to use both, right? And again, depends on the environment. And clearly state what we're trying to tell whoever's listening or whatever we're reading, right? Okay. So this is the activity. The activity is we're gonna get a song. I'm about to pass out the lyrics. I want you guys to have the lyrics in front of you, but also put them up here. The song we're gonna talk about today, Bad Habits. How many of you guys like listening to music? So when we read the lyrics and we see them and hear them, you guys will then notice how informal and formal registers are used. Lyrics is a perfect example. Many artists still show the same meaning of what they're trying to tell us, what the music is about, but they go from formal to informal and informal to formal. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen carefully. We're going to follow along using the lyrics. And like I said, I'm going to put them up here on the screen. We're going to listen to the song 3 times. First time, we're just going to listen and follow along. Okay? You can either use the handout or see it up here. The second time, this is why I wanted you to get a blue and red pen. You guys are going to use the red, or you guys are going to use, you guys are going to use the pencil first and circle areas where you think registers change. And what I need you guys to do now is be able to identify if you feel like, if you are advanced, you guys need to have identified 5 or more lyrics. So lyrics is the sentence that changes registers. I need 5. If you're intermediate, I need you to get at least 3. If you're a beginner, I want you to try to get at least 2. Okay? So 2 lines where it changes registers, right? Now, you guys are going to circle the areas with a pencil with the blue pen, you guys are gonna then write how it should be in a formal connotation, right? So, en una manera formal, ¿cómo sería lo que la canción debe de ser? Okay? For the pair and group discussion, this is where I want you guys to use the right pen. We're going to discuss as a class the types of registers used, and we are going to make sure you understand why they're used and how they are incorporated in other types of music. Okay? So let's go